Hello and welcome everyone to the 13th episode of Ask Our Experts. It's a YouTube live show organized by the National E-Governance Division, Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India. During this show, we try to respond to citizens' queries on Digital India initiatives, the initiatives which matter to you, which matter to us. Today, we are going to talk about UX4G, or User Experience for Government. Before I begin, I'd like to remind my viewers to kindly press the bell icon to subscribe to this YouTube live channel so that they do not miss out on any of our future shows. UX4G is a Digital India initiative that makes digital services simpler and user-friendly. यह e-governance platform को बेहतर बनाने में अच्छा बनाता है ताकि लोग आसानी से उसकी सेवाओं को यूज कर सकें. UX4G also supports product teams with the right tools and best practices to create better digital experiences. For more information, let us watch this small video.
In a world where digital interactions shape our daily lives, a simple task should indeed be simple. Yet, engaging with government mobile apps and websites often feels overwhelming. Citizens often face endless frustration, from struggling to find information to experiencing inconsistent and poor visual design, encountering complex workflows, and lacking accessibility and venting their frustration on public platforms. But there's hope on the horizon. Introducing User Experience for Government, UX4G, an important initiative under Digital India. UX4G is designed to transform user experiences across all government digital services. UX4G is dedicated to simplifying digital interactions. It transforms government websites and mobile apps, making them user-friendly, intuitive and efficient. Imagine accessing services without the headache of complex processes, lengthy forms and confusing navigation. With UX4G, this is now a reality. The core issues identified include complexity in navigation, lack of multilingual support, poor personalization and improper device adaptability. UX4G tackles these head-on with the citizen-centric design approach, ensuring a consistent and delightful experience across all devices. From a product team's perspective, challenges like the absence of a standard design system, limited resources, and less awareness of UX/UI practices are prevalent. UX4G bridges this gap through comprehensive guidelines and capacity building initiatives. Through its design system and UX guidelines, UX4G equips departments with reusable components, templates, and digital assets. Its workshops, training programs, and hackathons build capacity and foster innovation. UX4G doesn't just stop at design. It handholds departments through the implementation process, ensuring seamless integration of design prototypes. The citizen-centric approach of UX4G is rooted in design thinking, ensures that it identifies users' issues and curates solutions to create the best possible user experience. The impact of UX4G are empowering users to easily access digital services, enhancing user engagement, and restoring trust in digital services. With UX4G, it is not just about building better mobile apps and websites. It is about fostering a digital revolution. Everyone is encouraged to join in transforming the process of service delivery to enhance users' journey and their satisfaction. UX4G, transforming digital experiences for a better tomorrow.
This video must have generated a lot of curiosity among our viewers, especially the designers and the developers. To answer more about this project and bust any myths, we have our experts today. आइए उनसे मिल लेते हैं. Shri Ajit Kumar ji, he is Deputy General Manager working with National E-Governance Division. Neeta Tandon ji, She is working as a senior consultant with the Digital India Corporation. And Manish Giriji, he is our UI UX expert from the industry. So please send in your questions regarding UX4G in the YouTube live chat. My first question would be to Ajit ji. Please tell us more about this initiative and how does it make digital services more user-friendly?
थैंक यू सिप्रा। पहले मैं थोड़ा सा UX4G के बारे में बताना चाहूँगा। लाइक यूजर एक्सपीरियंस फॉर गवर्नमेंट, UX4G इज एन initiative under Digital India program, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, which aims to optimize the user's journey in availing e-services and facilitating personalized digital experiences that are visually appealing, intuitive, and empower users to access services easily. The initiative aims to promote the good UX user experience and UI user interface practices towards the government applications, and also to provide GIGW compliant digital library of reusable components, that is design system, to the product team of the government departments. And UX4G को और थोड़ा जानने के बारे में बताने के लिए मैं एक प्रेजेंटेशन के माध्यम से आपको बताऊंगा कि क्या हमारी दिक्कतें हैं, क्या डिपार्टमेंट की दिक्कतें हैं, एज ए यूज़र हमारी क्या दिक्कतें हैं, फिर हम बताते हैं कि UX4G का विजन ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है। एज ए यूज़र आम आदमी, आम यूज़र जो हम लोग हैं, वो क्या क्या मुख्य दिक्कतें हमें आती हैं एक वेबसाइट और मोबाइल ऐप को एक्सेस करने में। लाइक कम्प्लेक्सिटी इन प्रोसेसेस, हमें कई तरीके के डेटा उसमें भरने पड़ते हैं, टाइप करते हैं हम लोग, डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ वी फिल फॉर्म्स, लॉन्ग फॉर्म्स, लेंदी फॉर्म्स, वी हैव टू अपलोड डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ फाइल्स, समटाइम JPG, समटाइम PDF, समटाइम Excel sheets, and a normal, especially in the rural area, a user is not comfortable, is not knowledgeable about those different types of files. Like when I am availing a services in rural area and I have to upload a picture, and sudden a surprise comes, please upload 1 MB JPG photo. They may not be comfortable, they may not be knowing what type of it is, how they can. So this is the UX, we can address this issue by the problem, giving the solution by the UX and UI good practices. There is we find difficulty in navigation, multilingual support. We are the local people are well versed with the local language. So, but majority of the services are made available in English, Hindi, or some local state languages. So, in one state, there must be the people from the other state also. They will be well versed with the different languages. So, there is the multilingual support lack and inconsistent experiences across different pages. Like हम different pages में हम जाते हैं तो different types of iconography होती है, कहीं round button, कहीं square button होता है, डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ फॉन्ट्स होते हैं, तो ये इनकंसिस्टेंट एक्सपीरियंस होता है। पुअर डिवाइस एडेप्टेबिलिटी, लाइक हम एक वेबसाइट हम देखते हैं, व्हेन यू एक्सेस अ वेबसाइट ऑन द डेस्कटॉप, व्हेन सेम वी एक्सेस ऑन द मोबाइल फोन, इट बिहेव्स डिफरेंटली. सो दीज आर द UX UI glitches frequently we encounter. In addition to that, I would like to highlight that 80% of the users, majority of the users are nowadays accessing services application through the mobiles. Hence it is important to use the mobile first approach design in the providing e-services. So these are the frequent problem we face as a individual users. Departments, product team has also their own problem. Like there is no GIGW compliant standard design system was available. There is some inadequate awareness about the good UX and UI practices. Instead, we have the limited resources also, and there is again the change. They don't want to try some product team don't want to try the new methods, and major thing is difficulty in knowledge transfer on UX and UI components. When a UX UI designers leave the project, leave the position, there is this is the arts and aesthetics creative thing, which is very difficult to transfer to the knowledge transfer to the another resource. So we have these are the problems being faced by the departments. And at the same time, there is the GIGW guideline for the Indian government website is there, and digital services standard is also there. So these are the guidelines which is related to the content, design, development, hosting and compliances. They state about the good UX and UI practices. There should be the good UX and UI practices, but what are those extensive parameters to implement good UX and UI practices? These guidelines are little bit silent. And again, I can go to the next user frustration. What is the core impact of the bad UX when the person encounter the good bad UX and UI user experience? User frustrate. They leave the website or application while accessing. They abandon the processes. If the bad UX UI is there, we are limiting access to the critical information and services. They make mistakes and inputs in the data entry. They look for alternate channels. If they are not empowered to access services their own, they have to seek for the assisted mode of delivery. They lose in their trust and confidence on that application also, especially for the service providers or the departments. And it enhances the maintenance cost also, because when the bad UX UI is there, they continue complaining on the helplines, the emails, on the ticketing system, on the reviews, Play Store reviews they write, sometime in the social media they write. And these bad UX practices, they eat the digital marketing budget. And when a person, as an individual, we have bad experience of on any application or platform, there are more than 9 times higher chance we will publicly express, we will demotivate others to use that digital service. So keeping in that mind those drawbacks, the UX4G project came into picture, which focuses on user-centered design, simplify complex user journey, complex processes, to make website and mobile apps the accessible and user-friendly, and also to build capacities within government through awareness capacity building workshops and trainings. To help the product team of the website and mobile apps, we have introduced so many tools and products. A UX Design Handbook, which is a compilation of good UX and UI parameters for web and mobile apps. We have a tool, UX Audit, which is based on these handbooks, where more than 400 parameters for websites and mobile app is listed. It is available on UX4G website as a tool, where UX UI or product team members need to manual intervention. They have to provide their URL and select whether it is the mobile app or the website, and the tab to the parameters, whether it is yes, no or not applicable. At the end, it will give you a score, and also the generated that compliance report will be emailed on the email provided. Again, we are providing the training and capacity building for the government officials. We are providing the funding support for also for the physical workshop. We both conduct online and offline workshops. One important tool, design system is made available. It is available on the UX4G website, where the mock-ups, prototypes, images, buttons, reusable components are made available with the code snippets. The design system can be used by designers and developers easily. They are not required to write their code again. It is available on our design system with the code snippets. So when I was saying the knowledge transfer, there is a difficulty in that. One UX UI designer left the project, they reassigned to another project. They have the product manager has to stay to the product team. Just they have to follow the UX4G design system, the UX UI audit tools. And we have also one tool, accessibility tool, which is currently having 11 features available. It is ready to use component. One can deploy easily on their website, on header and footer. It will be made available for especially special ability population users. They can use your website easily using this accessibility tool. We are providing also the hand-holding support for design and development to the government departments. We do not provide the development support. We provide mentoring in the development support, but yes, in the UX UI design and the prototypes, the recommended enhanced design, we provide as in the Figma design. And one important tool recently we have introduced the Audit 360 tool, which is an automated audit report. There it is available on the UX4G website. There you need to just copy paste your URL on our Audit 360 tool. It will give you the automated report of your homepage. Currently is providing report or UX audit of the homepage only. So it will give you the compliance, non-compliance area, whether you are compliant or not compliant. If you are non-compliant, it will provide you the solution also. So give you the further the design system, how you can implement, what is the design system, which is very important to highlight. I will request our industry expert, Mr. Manish Giri, how you can implement our design system. Over to you, Manish.
Thank you, Ajit ji. Thank you so much for this insightful presentation. I'm sure that our viewers would have got a good insight into UX and UX4G in general. I will now speak about the design system that the UX4G team has developed. It's a seamless design system which has been created in-house by the UX4G team. Generally, we see such innovations from large big scale companies, but UX4G has done that for the whole government. So I would now like to showcase how easily you can use this design system. It's live on the Figma community, so you can go onto the Figma community and access this design system. Your product designers and your developers can use this to develop GIGW compliant components and websites and applications. So to sum it up, to start up, I would just tell you how you can use this design system. All the components, the reusable components which are GIGW compliant are available. You can simply go and drag and drop. For example, if you want a header which is GIGW compliant, you can straight away get it, and you can edit it and you can have it on your website. So this way you can build a whole website or an application. And when we have looked at case studies of even larger apps like Umang, wherein this same design system has been used, there are scalable apps, there are scalable websites that have been built using this design system. It has pre-built components, it has design tokens, it has accessibility widgets that we were speaking about in the previous slides. You can even do UX audit compliant designs through it. And the most important aspect, which Ajit ji was also mentioning, 80% of your traffic is now coming from mobile web. So this design system gives you multi-platform designs, which means that whatever you're creating is responsive in nature. So you don't have to then create another design for your mobile web website. So as you can see on your screens, it's very seamless, very easy to use, fairly intuitive. Your designers can use it and your developers can get the code snippets directly. We have also deployed an NPM system through which you'll be able to directly get code snippets in any language, any tech stack that you're using. Without wasting any further time, I would hand it back to Shipra for the Q&A session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, experts. That was a very insightful presentation. My next question would be to Neeta ji. Ma'am, I'll specifically ask about the apps. How does UX4G improve the experience of using government apps?
So thank you, Shipra. So what our team does is we bring in awareness in various departments and ministries on user experience based designs. So at the moment when we get into these websites and the applications developed for Government of India, we see there are a lot of issues that our users face. So our team does user experience based audit of these applications, whichever ones are running for government. And once these audits are done, we share the audit report with the respective departments and ministries and also share a recommended design for them. So if the design gets approved, we also have workshops which are awareness workshops for their developers, for their team leads, and for the authorities in the respective departments and ministries, so that they connect with us, and we then finally help them also develop. First they use the developers, if they want, they can use our design system. Most of the times the things get resolved using our design system. Otherwise, if there are major changes that are required to be implemented, then we connect them with our empaneled vendors for the development. So we don't stop at the design or the recommendation. We complete our journey, we handhold them till the time our designs get implemented. So that's how we go about it. And now let me tell our viewers that we also have a automated audit tool wherein the users can put in their URLs and get a compliance report. So this compliance will also check up whether their website is user experienced compliant, and these are all finally GIGW compliant. So we are in sync with our GIGW guidelines, and that's how we work.
Thank you for the detailed answer, ma'am. Manish ji, my next question would come to you. Since we are talking about UX4G, there are many viewers here who must not be having clarity about what is the difference between UI and UX. So if you can please throw some light on that.
I would start off with a very famous quote by Steve Jobs, who we all know was the father of design as we know it in the product era. So what he said is that design is not how it looks or how it feels, it is how it works. So if we have to compare between UI and UX, the most simplest example that I can give you is that of a door. So let's say if we are talking about the UX, so if the door has the push or pull written on it, that's the UX part of it, that's the functionality part of it, which tells the user that if you push, the door would open. While how the door looks from an aesthetic point of view, whether it has wood, whether it has glass, how the handle looks like, that's the UI part of it. So how it looks essentially is the UI, and how it works, how it makes the user feel about the product is the UX.
Thank you, Manish. Thank you for explaining it in such a simple language. My next question would be to Ajit. As Neeta ji spoke about GIGW guidelines, if you can tell us, our viewers, what are these GIGW guidelines and how are they connected with UX4G project? Why do they come into picture?
Yeah, guideline for GIGW, guideline for Indian government website. This guideline is mainly related to the content, management of the content, design, development, maintenance, and their compliance, security compliances. GIGW speaks about the trust and credibility, and these all the parameters I stated, but they say there should be a good UX and UI. But what are those parameters to be followed in the design and development to enhancing the UX and UI? This guideline is little bit silent. So those all good UX and UI parameters, it is a very long, large number of parameters are there. So this guideline is silent. But UX4G especially focuses on the UX and UI part. We also our compliance with the UX4G parameters is not necessary you are compliant completely with the GIGW. But yes, if you are compliant with our UX4G compliances parameters, you are compliant with the GIGW related to the UX UI parameters. So the UX and UI, our main focus is on user journey, user experience, and user interface. So UX4G states there, focus is there.
And Shipra, I would like to commend the UX4G team, because even as an industry expert, we were amazed to see the Audit 360 tool, which is I think one of the first implementations of an AI platform to do UX audits in the country, in the government space. So what UX4G has developed is an Audit 360 tool, which is essentially fairly intuitive. You just go onto the website, you enter your URL, and it will give you step-by-step audit, an automated AI-enabled audit of your website as to how compliant or how non-compliant your website is from a UI UX specific point of view. So I think I would want to commend the UX4G team for developing such a beautiful piece of software.
Thank you, Manish. As requested by our experts, I'll also request our viewers to surely go to the UX4G website and try out and explore the Audit 360 tool. My next question would be to Ajit again. If you can share some examples where UX4G has done certain audits and changed the game for the government websites.
Thank you. Here, UX4G current as statistics till now we have provided more than 80 application, mobile apps and websites. We have provided support in UX audits and prototype delivery of prototypes, also enhanced design. But when you see actual implementation, right, Manish was stating the Umang. So Umang app is a good example of our UX4G implementation. DigiLocker, Lakhpati Didi, MeitY and Kisan Sarathi portal and e-migrate portal of MEA. Again, the recently launched the NCB portal. TF Folio of Telangana, Seva Setu of Assam government recently launched. These are the good examples where majority of the recommendations are implemented by the actual product team. So on these platforms you can experience the different kind of UX and UI. Your user journey will be definitely, it is a pleasant and little bit optimized.
थैंक यू अजीत. इट्स रियली फैसिनेटिंग टू नो आपने कुछ ऐसी वेबसाइट्स और ऐप्स का नाम लिया जिन्हें हम डेली लाइक डिजिलॉकर, उमंग हम अपनी डेली लाइफ में यूज़ करते हैं एंड UX4G उसका यूज़र एक्सपीरियंस बढ़ाने में मदद कर रहा है. माई नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन वुड बी टू नीता जी. मैम प्लीज टेल अस हाउ कैन स्टूडेंट्स एंड डिजाइनर्स एंड डेवलपर्स contribute to the UX UI enhancement of the government websites?
So we have connected with, we are also conducting a hackathon wherein we would request all our viewers, all designers, all students to come up with the designs, and if your designs are chosen, we will certainly give awards to the chosen designs, and we will make sure that these designs are also implemented so that it brings in a lot of user experience based design connect. So we also expect that our students, not only students but our users connect with us and let us know where we lack, what designs are more useful for them, and once we get connected, I'm sure things will be better for the users. Also, if I may add here, like Ajit said, that we named a few apps and few portals that we have done. I would let the viewers know that we are pan-India connected. We are connected with all the states. Recently, Assam has picked up the design, and Telangana, yes, the teams go to various states, bring in the awareness, tell them the recommended designs, and I'm very feeling very happy to share with all our viewers that all states have accepted the designs that our team has recommended. So I'm sure if students connect with us and the developers and designers connect with us, we can bring in that change that the government is wanting.
थैंक यू मैम. एंड उसके एडिशन में मैं थोड़ा और उसमें ऐड करना चाहूँगा कि स्टूडेंट्स हमसे कैसे कनेक्ट हो सकते हैं. एक तो हमारा जो है हैंडबुक हमारा पब्लिश्ड है वेबसाइट में UX4G. हम आपको रिकमेंड करेंगे UX4G.gov.in ज़रूर जाएं. वहाँ हमारे जो टूल्स हैं, हमारा कॉन्टैक्ट सेशन है, हैंडबुक है. यदि आपके उसमें सजेशन हैं, फीडबैक है, हमें ज़रूर भेजें support.ux4g@digitalindia.gov.in पर. और साथ में हमें आप UX ऑडिट में, UX रिसर्च में, यूजर सर्वेज में आप हमें हेल्प कर सकते हैं. इवन अदर डिपार्टमेंट्स कैन ऑल्सो टेक दिस सर्विसेज. प्लीज़ कम टू openforge.gov.in. OpenForge is a collaborative platform where we create tasks, whether the state departments, state IT product team also, website providers also, they can create tasks on the OpenForge. And when you register on the openforge.gov.in, यू कैन सर्च देयर, आप वहाँ सर्च करके देख सकते हैं, डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ UX UI प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट वहाँ दिया हुआ है, आप वहाँ हमें हेल्प कर सकते हैं। आप हमारे ही टूल्स यूज़ करके, हमारे जो टूल्स हैं बेस्ड ऑन दैट एंड बेस्ड ऑन योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑल्सो, प्लीज़ प्रोवाइड योर इनपुट्स and submit your task outputs on the against to the task selected. There is a mentor also from UX4G team. There is a mentor is available on the OpenForge website. Mentor will connect with you and they will help you to convene your task. So you can submit your outputs and get rewarded. You will get certification, and if you are continuously repeated users, you will be featured on the website also. In certificates also, you will be featured on the OpenForge also. So there you can on OpenForge, and again support.ux4g@digitalindia.gov.in. Please write to there. Please provide your feedback also, because in India there is more than 50,000 websites and mobile apps. We will definitely seek your help in conducting user research and UX UI audit of those websites. So please provide, and you can also write to the concerned product team also. Whenever you using any website or mobile app, please provide your feedback also, write your reviews also, whether it's a positive or negative, or negative, that means the improvement areas. Please do mention. It will help. It help us. It help UX and UI product research team to address those problems, to enhance the UX and UI of the websites and mobile apps. So we should provide our feedback also, not only expressing others to this website or mobile app is not good. We should also provide the solution. We should also write reviews. This is the problem I am encountering. Please write on the Play Stores or concerned product team, the website, contact us. Please send your feedback also, and you can write to our support email ID also. You can send your feedback.
As Ajit ji explained, as we continue our discussion, and जैसा कि अजीत जी ने अभी कहा, मैं अपने व्यूवर्स को ज़रूर बताना चाहूँगी कि हम लोग 13th एपिसोड ऑफ आस्क आवर एक्सपर्ट्स में हैं आज, जहां हम UX4G इनिशिएटिव के बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं। मैं आप सभी से रिक्वेस्ट करूँगी कि आप अपने क्वेश्चंस इस प्लेटफॉर्म के बारे में एक यूट्यूब लाइव चैट है उसके अंदर डालते रहिए। वी विल ट्राई टू रिस्पॉन्ड टू एज मेनी क्वेश्चंस ऑफ आवर सिटीजन्स एज वी कैन। You can also send in your questions and feedback regarding UX4G to awareness@digitalindia.gov.in or support.ux4g@digitalindia.gov.in. If any of your questions get unanswered during this show, we will put down all the answers in a document and upload them on our website in the coming days. So I'll request our viewers to please note down the URLs of our websites. They are www.digitalindia.gov.in and www.negd.gov.in. अगर आप UX4G के बारे में और ज़्यादा जानना चाहते हैं तो आप इसी प्रोग्राम की रिकॉर्डिंग पे दोबारा तो आ ही सकते हैं, बट यू कैन विजिट देयर पोर्टल एट www.ux4g.gov.in. मैं अपने व्यूवर्स को और एक बार बताना चाहूँगी कि ड्यूरिंग दिस ये शो आपको मौका देता है सम एक्साइटिंग प्राइजेस जीतने का. Some lucky viewers will be selected as Digital India Question Ninjas. I will be announcing their names at the end of the program, and they will be requested to send in their details on our email ID, which is awareness@digitalindia.gov.in. आइए अब अपने प्रोग्राम को आगे लेके चलते हैं. ये एक बहुत स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन है मनीष जी जो मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूँगी कि मेनी सिटीजन स्ट्रगल विद कॉम्प्लेक्स ऑनलाइन फॉर्म्स ऑन द गवर्नमेंट वेबसाइट्स. सो हाउ डज UX4G सिंप्लीफाई दोज प्रोसेसेस?
सो इन जनरल अगर आप यूज़र से चाहते हैं या सिटीजन से चाहते हैं कि वो एक बहुत लंबा बड़ा 4 पेज का फॉर्म भरे, तो दैट इज़ डेफिनेटली बैड UX. उसके लिए तो किसी एक्सपर्ट की भी ज़रूरत नहीं बताने की. आई थिंक दिस इज़ फेयरली कॉमन सेंस that if you are asking the user to fill out a 4-page form, that's going to be a bad UX. Now, if you want a lot of information, how can you basically do it in a UX friendly manner? So you have to divide that form into multiple small formats. So what you can do is, what we have seen is there could be a horizontal screens that load. So first screen has, let's say, 5-7 questions. Then you have second screen that has again 5-7 questions, and that's how you can split those questions into multiple part. Apart from that, आप user को पहले बताएं. You should inform the user prior that this is how much time it is going to take to fill that form, so that the user is prepared that this is how long it is going to take for me to, fill this form out. If you have any special attachments, जैसा अजीत जी ने भी पहले अपने टॉक में बोला कि अगर आप चाहते हैं कि वो 1 MB का JPEG फॉर्मेट में ही फ़ोटो लगाए, तो आप पहले यूज़र को प्रायर वो चीज़ें बता दें. इससे ये होगा कि यूज़र रेडी रहेगा एंड दे विल नॉट अबंडन द फॉर्म इन बिटवीन, एंड उसका जो पूरा जर्नी है दैट विल बिकम मोर सीमलेस एंड मोर इंट्यूटिव. So these are some of the ways in which you can do that. Apart from that, UX4G डिज़ाइन सिस्टम आपको रेडीमेड फॉर्म्स देता है विद द कोड स्निपेट्स. सो अगर आप एक प्रोडक्ट डिज़ाइनर हैं या डेवलपर हैं जो अपनी वेबसाइट में GIGW फ्रेंडली कंपोनेंट्स लगाना चाहते हैं, आप डिज़ाइन सिस्टम UX4G डिज़ाइन सिस्टम की मदद ले सकते हैं और उससे आप वो फॉर्म्स डायरेक्टली उठा सकते हैं विद द कोड स्निपेट्स अवेलेबल अक्रॉस डिफरेंट टैक स्टैक. सो आप अगर एंगुलर में भी अपनी वेबसाइट बना रहे हैं तब भी आपको कोड मिल जाएगा, आप रिएक्ट में बना रहे हैं तब भी मिल जाएगा.
थैंक यू मनीष.
तो इसी में थोड़ा सा मनीष थैंक यू, थोड़ा सा और ऐड करना चाहूँगा मैं. तो जैसे कि साइन इन है, एक फॉर्म, लंबे फॉर्म जो होते हैं, जैसे डिफरेंट पार्ट में उसको ब्रेक करते हैं, उसमें हम जैसे बहुत सारे एंट्री फील्ड्स भी होते हैं. तो एक तो हम यूजर को हम बता सकते हैं समय पे कि आपका इतना % जो डिफरेंट सेक्शन हुआ, ये सेक्शन फील्ड हो बस, और इतना जर्नी बचा हुआ है. और साथ में जो कई सारे जो डिटेल्स हैं, लाइक जैसे टूल्स वाला जो मैं बात कर रहा था कि इतने साइज़ का इस टाइप का फाइल हमें अपलोड करना है, तो वहाँ पे हम थोड़ा उस टूल्स वगैरह का, वैसे हम टेक्नोलॉजी का हम यूज कर सकते हैं, जो कि यूज़र अपना एक इन्फॉर्मेशन सबमिट करे और वो टूल उनको हेल्प कर दे, सिंप्लीफाई कर दे, उनको उतनी मेहनत करने की ज़रूरत ना पड़े उसको भरने की. और साथ में जो बहुत सारा जो लाइक डिजी लॉकर से डॉक्यूमेंट्स हम फेच करते हैं, तो वहाँ क्या करता है, हम अपना सिर्फ डिजी लॉकर से कंसेंट देते हैं और हमसे जो जानकारी, हम जो कंसेंट दिए, हमारा नाम, उम्र जैसे कि जो है, हमारा एड्रेस है, इस तरीके का जो है जानकारी तुरंत वहाँ पे भर जाता है. हमने कंसेंट दिया, वहाँ से सर्टिफिकेट डिजी लॉकर से आया, तो वो उतने जो सारी फील्ड हैं हम मिनिमाइज, वो यूजर जर्नी हम उनका काम आसान हम कर सकते हैं. कि डिजी लॉकर से हम उसको इंटीग्रेट करें, इंटीग्रेटेड पोर्टल उस वगैरह पर लेके आते हैं. डिजी लॉकर और ये जो टूल्स का यूज़ जो उस फॉर्म में यूजर जर्नी को मिनिमाइज करने में हमें बहुत ही हेल्प करता है और उनका काफ़ी काम आसान कर देता है. उस लॉन्ग फॉर्म को हम लोग डिफरेंट सेक्शन में बांट के हम उनका यूजर जर्नी आसान कर सकते हैं.
जी, थैंक यू अजीत. मैं अपने एक्सपर्ट्स को बताना चाहूँगी कि इसी सवाल से मिलता जुलता सवाल हमारे व्यूअर ने पूछा था, जिनका नाम है विद्या कुमाते. उन्होंने पूछा था, हाउ कैन गवर्नमेंट सिंप्लीफाई ब्यूरोक्रेटिक प्रोसेसेस थ्रू बेटर UX डिज़ाइन. मैं अपना अगला सवाल पूछना चाहूँगी, जो हमारे यूज़र हैं जिनका नाम है क्रेजी फॉर जर्मन. वो पूछते हैं, how does UX4G help make government websites and apps more intuitive and trustworthy?
मैं इसका जवाब देना चाहूँगा. जैसे UX4G डिज़ाइन सिस्टम GIGW के बेस के कंप्लाइंट में रहते हुए सारा हम कोड स्निपेट्स दे रहे हैं फॉर डिज़ाइनर्स एंड डेवलपर्स. तो उसका यदि जो भी हमारा डिज़ाइन सिस्टम का UX4G डिज़ाइन सिस्टम का यूज़ करते हैं, वो उनको हेल्प करता है GIGW कंप्लायंस में. और जो GIGW को भी अभी अब इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं, वो इसके पैरामीटर्स जब आप यूज़ करते हैं तो कहाँ पे हमारा एम्ब्लेम होना चाहिए, कहाँ पे कॉन्टैक्ट्स होना चाहिए, कहाँ एक्सेसिबिलिटी होनी चाहिए, कहाँ पे साइट मैप होना चाहिए, ये तमाम तरीके डिफरेंट सेक्शन बाय सेक्शन UX4G बताता है कि ऐसे इन्फॉर्मेशन को आप डिस्प्ले करना चाहिए और क्या क्या URL में क्या होना चाहिए, किस तरीके सर्टिफिकेट्स होने चाहिए, किस तरीके का कंप्लायंस वहाँ होना इंडिकेट करना चाहिए. ये सब ज़रूरी बातें जो हैं इस पैरामीटर्स बताते हैं, जो कि हमें ट्रस्ट वर्दी और हमारा कॉन्फिडेंस को बढ़ाता है कि नहीं, हम एक जेन्युइन वेबसाइट में हैं, जेन्युइन एप्लीकेशन पे हम हैं.
थैंक यू अजीत. My next question is from Preeti Gupta. She is asking, is there any subscription fee charged for using UX4G resources?
No, there is no any subscription fee charges. There is no any cost implication using UX4G tools and products. It is free of cost. Anyone can use. But yes, please, whenever you visit use your products, if you feel any improvement area, please let us know. Please share with us. It will help us to improve our own products and tools.
Thank you, Ajit. My next question would be to Neeta ji. There's a question from Vidya Kumate again. They're asking, how can governments design digital services that cater to both tech-savvy users and those with limited digital literacy?
So that's actually what we are doing, When we are designing the systems, abhi tak jo chal raha tha, it was just based on the inputs that the departments were getting, the developers were rather getting from the concerned departments. Now with the when we interfere, we look after the user. So herein we tell them that this is how you are going to take the inputs from the user, so that it's for the ease that we are working. So जब हम ease के लिए काम कर रहे हैं आपके लिए, तो हम ये सारी चीज़ें आपके लिए देख के बताते हैं कि आपका डिज़ाइन कैसा होना चाहिए. How should you design your application or a website or a mobile app जो यूज़र फ्रेंडली हो, ताकि हम जैसे अभी अजीत और मनीष ने भी बताया था that when there are lengthy forms, we are also integrating lot of products now. आपको अगर अपना मोबाइल नंबर डालने से एक कंसेंट देते हैं, तो हम आपकी सारी डिटेल्स जो हमारे और दूसरे प्लेटफॉर्म्स में हैं वो उठा के वी डोंट लेट द यूज़र री एंटर द होल थिंग अगेन एंड अगेन, तो वहाँ से ले लेते हैं. तो इस तरीके से हम अपना ये जो पूरा वी एज अ गवर्नमेंट वी आर ऑल वर्किंग टुगेदर. इट्स नॉट दैट यूज़र एक्सपीरियंस बेस्ड डिज़ाइंस जो हम बना रहे हैं हम अलग बैठ के बना रहे हैं. इट्स लाइक इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ द कंप्लीट इकोसिस्टम. हम हर इंफॉर्मेशन जो भी अवेलेबल है यूज़र की कंसेंट लेके हम आगे उसको शेयर कर रहे हैं. सो इसलिए हमारा डिज़ाइन थोड़ा ईज़ कर रहा है लोगों के लिए.
One thing that I would like to add as an observation, I was going through the case studies of products that UX4G has worked on. So their process is derived from the design thinking process. So what they do when they are working on a product is they define the personas. So जैसा आपके user ने पूछा कि if they are developing for a tech savvy user and for a let's say not so tech savvy user, what I have seen in products that they have developed is कि ये दोनों personas को लेकर के चलते हैं and then they develop different personalization based products for different users. So कभी आपको दिखेगा कि एक easy mode का भी option कुछ apps में इन लोगों ने दिया है, UX4G ने दिया है. So what happens is that with that easy mode जो उतना tech savvy user नहीं है, they can use basic features of the application and still get service. While जो pro user है, जो let's say youth of India है, उसके लिए बहुत ही pro user experience, personalized user experience UX4G बनाता है. So that's how they cater to everyone on the spectrum.
Thank you for such a detailed response on this. Let's move to our next question. It is from Irshad Alam. He is asking how to add accessibility tools in government websites for more accessibility through UX4G.
I would like to take this question, ma'am. So there was a recent ruling also in regards to accessibility. The Supreme Court has also mandated government websites to have accessibility components and build their applications keeping in mind the needs of specially abled persons. So in regards to this, UX4G has an accessibility widget which is available as a plug and play system. So जो भी viewers हमें देख रहे हैं और जो developers और designers अपनी websites को accessible बनाना चाहते हैं, UX4G के website पे आप जाकर के सीधा accessibility widget का code copy कर सकते हैं and अपने website में लगा सकते हैं. It is very simple and very intuitive and it covers 11 sides of accessibility. So it's the most comprehensive accessibility tool that you would require to work on your website. It caters to almost everything that is required on a government website for accessibility, and it is 100% compliant with W3CAG. So जब हम बात कर रहे हैं UX4G की, तो हम अपने आप को इंडिया पे लिमिट नहीं करते हैं. We go global and we are now talking about W3CAG as well, which is the global standards for accessibility. that is integrated in the accessibility tool as well.
So deploying this accessibility tool help the website to more inclusive, and I will tell you about the 11 features. So there is a screen reader, and making the text bigger and smaller, then highlight the links on the websites, and even the between the line heights, between the sentences heights will increase and decrease, and again highlighting the pictures and videos and even hiding them. They will show you and making the text. This is again one dyslexia feature is there, where they dyslexia users, they have reading inability to the curve. So when this features you use, the curves is thickened, so they can read it easily. The dark mode, the lighter mode, and the making the cursors bigger. So these 11 functionalities are available on our accessibility widget. It is ready to use and easy to use. It is all the guidelines, all the related instruction is made available on our UX4G tool section.
Thank you, experts. So accessibility and user friendliness, that is what the UX4G project provides to the various government apps and websites. Let's get to the next question. The next question is from Divesh Parshionikar. He is asking, how can the UX4G Design Handbook help someone who is new to design? If you can tell, Neeta Di.
So we have a handbook which is basically set of, first of all, this handbook is GIGW compliant. So as the mandate of Government of India, that all your websites and your applications have to be GIGW compliant. We have a handbook which has all the features that you require on a portal, on a website, and this will all be GIGW compliant. So basically these are the guidelines which one need to follow to make a user experience based portal or a website. So Ajit, if you may add, what are the components here in the handbook?
Yes, ma'am. There are the 5 design chapters included in this UX design handbook related to the UX design processes, pointers of parameters for websites and mobile apps, design system, how to do UX audit, user experience audit of any website and mobile apps, why to do, what are the benefits, and the compliance metrics based on those web and mobile app parameters. A compliance checklist is also given in that handbook. That compliance matrix only is made available as a tool section. In the complete comprehensive tool section, it is derived from the handbook only. So all the related to the UX and UI topics, what is the design thinking, how you can conduct a UX audit of any website, what are those parameters, what details about those parameters, what parameter states, what is UX and UI not only. So what is the trust and credibility, how to help in the navigation, how to help in the personalization, how to use the images, typography. All these parameters are explained in detail in our UX design handbooks. So like major topics covered in the UX design handbooks are user-centric design processes, design foundation, parameters for mobile application, parameters for websites, and responsive, how to make a responsive design, accessibility, color typography, iconography, how to conduct UX audit, I stated, UX4G design system and how to implement the UX4G design system, benefits of using a design system, and compliance metrics, and integrated solution, how to implement, what are these topics. These all details are explained in our UX design handbook, which is published on our website. It is currently available in the PDF format. Very soon you will find this handbook in the very intuitive and engaging manner. In next 2 months you will access in the different intuitive manner to this handbook.
थैंक यू अजीत जी, थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू. समय का अभाव होने के कारण हम एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन ले लेते हैं. दिस क्वेश्चन इज फ्रॉम जतिन सिंह. ही इज आस्किंग, आर ऑल द फीचर्स ऑफ UX4G डिजाइन सिस्टम फ्री टू यूज?
Yes.
Yes, everything is
It is free to use. There is no cost implication. It is already available on the Figma community.
It is available on the Figma community. It is available on our website as well. So we would urge all the users who are building government websites, designing government websites, to go through UX4G's value propositions, which are available in the format of tools and design system and whatnot, to basically up the ante on UX design. I think India definitely needs a UX revolution, and UX4G can certainly help in doing so, in achieving so.
Thank you, experts. With this, we come to the end of our 13th episode of Ask Our Experts, which was on UX4G. Hope you have enjoyed the discussion. Thank you so much, Ajit ji, Neeta ji, and Manish ji, for responding to our citizens' queries. Now I will announce our Digital India Question Ninjas. They are Crazy for German, Vidya Kumate, and Irshad Alam. Congratulations to all of you. You all are requested to send in your details on our email ID, awareness@digitalindia.gov.in. In case you have any more queries regarding the UX4G project, then you can write in again on this email ID, which is awareness@digitalindia.gov.in or support.ux4g@digitalindia.gov.in. If you have missed out on any information and want to rewatch this show, then you can come back to this link, and you can also watch the past episodes of Ask Our Experts. You can get more information on our websites, and the answers to all the questions being asked during this show will be uploaded on our websites. Kindly note down the URLs. It's digitalindia.gov.in and negd.gov.in. You can get more information about UX4G project on their portal, which is www.ux4g.gov.in. I am Shipra Abraham, signing off now. We will be coming up next week with another episode of Ask Our Experts. Till then, goodbye and namaste.